I think the most powerful tool that we all have available to us right now, if we want to grow and expand our business, is this little thing called social media. This thing that you're watching right now, this video, is one of the most powerful ways of getting your message, your product, your service out into the world, making people aware of what you do. The thing that I find has been the most impactful for my own business has been the process of sitting down and actually recording videos, whether it's a video like this or a video for Instagram, whatever. But like actually talking to a camera and sharing a message, sharing an idea that connects with somebody else has been, bar none, the most powerful thing that I've ever done for any of my businesses. And I recommend that you do the same. But in coaching a lot of entrepreneurs at this point, what I find is that it's hard and overwhelming and a little bit scary. And there's a lot of emotions that can crop up. We get in our own way when it comes to actually turning on the camera and talking to your phone. And it's so simple. It's such a simple thing to turn on your phone. Just record yourself talking and sharing a message about your day, sharing, what you're working on, sharing something about, your product or service and how it can help people. It's such a simple thing. And yet we get in our own heads. As soon as that camera starts recording, we start wondering, oh, what are people going to think? Are they going to judge me? Are they going to think I'm stupid and I come off unprofessional? And so we don't end up doing the work. We don't end up actually shooting the video and sharing it with the world. And the thing is that your ideas, your business, it cannot help anybody. You might have the cure to cancer, but you can't help anybody if they don't know it exists. So you have to figure out how to get out of your own way to share your message in a way that can impact people's lives. So I want to share with you a simple framework. I call it the viral video triangle. There's 3 sides to it. And if you just take these 3 sides and you just break them down to their component parts, you're going to be able to create incredible videos and you're going to get out of your way. You're going to help people improve their lives, because I do believe you have a product or a service that can help people's lives. Otherwise, why would you sell it? Don't do that, right? I want to help you get your message out there. And the 3 sides of the triangle are very simple. You have to smile, you have to style, and you have to dial. It's that simple. And because it rhymes, it's true. Okay, let's break it down. Smile. The first thing that you have to do when it comes to like actually shooting your video is you need to put yourself into the right state of mind. You have to be in the right place to actually be open to sharing, to communicating. And if you've ever felt like the anxiety, the stress, the fear of judgment, that's not a great place from which to like try to talk. You trip over your tongue, you come off all weird. Or, sometimes you just try to be too much. You try to be too professional and it feels so stilted. I don't know what to do here. So first thing that we got to do is we have to set ourselves into the right state. And there's a couple things that we can do here. Number 1 is we need to be in the right energy state, right? Like physiologically, your psychology follows your biology. So if your psychology is a little bit droopy and you're a little bit tired, you're not right in the right mind space, the first thing that we can do is get our bodies moving, get our bodies producing the energy that then will manifest itself in a good video. There's a bunch of ways that you can do this. I'm just a big fan of breath work. Just breathe. Figure out how to breathe to change your biology. I think breath work is like a pretty interesting thing, because breath is this activity that you simultaneously do subconsciously and consciously. If you don't think about breathing, it's going to naturally occur. You're going to do your breathing, right? But by just focusing on your breath and how you take your breath, how you hold it, and which way you bring it in through your body, through your nose or through your mouth, you can change your physiology instantly. So I would recommend that you learn how to do that through breath work. There's a bunch of different techniques. I'm not going to go too deep into the weeds. Just you need to learn that, because that's a cheat code for life. Second, you need to get in the right mindset. When I feel fear and anxiety about creating a video or about stepping on a stage in front of 1,000 people, it's almost always because I'm coming from the position of worrying what others are going to think about me. Because I'm on stage, I'm in the spotlight. I want them to think great things about me. I want them to think I'm funny and smart and all these things, right? And that is very stressful, because now you are putting yourself in a position to be judged by 1,000 people. Of course you're stressed about that. But if you can flip it, if you can always invert, and come at it from the perspective of, actually, I'm not the most important person in that room. Each one of those people who's watching me is watching me through the lens of their own unique experiences, their own worldview, their own universe of one. They are the main character of their story, not me. I'm a side character. I'm an NPC. And for this moment in time, I have an opportunity to share a message with them that might help them on their grand quest. But by coming from a position of service first and recognizing it's not about me, it's about them, I'm just here to share a message and try to help in any way that I can for them to go fight the dragons in their life that are holding them back. That has been very, very helpful, because now if I flub, if I mess up, if I don't say the words exactly perfectly, I don't come across professionally, that's okay. As long as I came across sincerely, as long as I sincerely tried and cared about the person that I was trying to share the message with, the stress and anxiety goes away. Third thing is to get in the right state, I just smile. Like, just give a big smile as you try to deliver your message. Not like a fake smile, like, oh, I'm just smiling, look at me, I'm a human. But actually just be like, you know what, this is not that serious of a thing. I'm in a room by myself. Actually, Anusha's here. I'm here just talking to a camera. This isn't nuclear war. This is nothing to get too hung up about, right? Like, have fun with it, smile through it, and your body will relax as a result. Okay, let's move on to the second side of the triangle. That was smile. Next is style. Style is all about the settings that I want you to think about. So there's two things I'll point out here in particular. Number one is you want to get the right angle. So if you're recording on your phone and you're going to post it up to Instagram, right? There's a couple good rules of thumb. Number one, look directly at the camera or slightly off to the side, right? But keep it level with you. Don't go above you and looking down, because that's a weird look. Don't go down, like down here, try to recording, because that's going to give you double chin. Like, I don't care how fit you are. If you're trying to record down here, you're going to give yourself double chins. It's a bad look, right? So camera at eye level, either to the side or straight on, doesn't matter. The master skill here is to learn how to look at the lens. Don't look at yourself on the screen, and that's actually a really hard thing not to do, because you see yourself there and you're like, what am I doing? Well, what ends up happening is your eyes are slightly below the lens, and that comes across for the viewer. They go, why are you looking at my chin? Where's your eyes? What's happening here, right? So how that would play out right now, I'm talking to a camera, like a DSLR camera with a viewfinder to the side. If that viewfinder was pointed at me, I could turn and I could look at it. I could see myself. This is what it looks like when I'm looking at myself, not at you. It's weird, right? Look at the goddamn camera. So look at the pinhole, okay? Next is lighting. Lighting, make sure that you have good lighting. Make it flattering. Like, if you have a natural window, stand in front of it so the natural light is on you or to the side of you. It's not usually a good idea to have it behind you, where you're overexposed and it's casting shadows on you. And the reason this is important is not because having, good lighting is going to make your video perform better or anything like that. The only reason I recommend this is because in the beginning, when you're creating videos, the person who's judging you the most harshly is you. And if you see yourself on video with a double chin and weird lighting coming from like above and you look like a prisoner of war, you are going to judge yourself and you're not going to want to do the next video. You're going to hold yourself back. You're like, oh, I don't like the way I look. And so do the little things that you can so that next time you get in front of the camera, you don't hate what you look like. And I'm just saying that from personal experience. Like, when you look good and you feel good on camera, it makes you want to do it the next time. And that becomes a virtuous cycle. Okay. So that's smile, that's style. Let's talk about dial. And the reason I use this framework of smile, style, dial is something that my friend, a business partner, said many years ago. We were trying to figure out how to grow our business, and we had exhausted all these organic means. And he said, you know what? We need somebody to sit on the phones and smile and dial. We just need somebody to go and call customers and like, hey, do you want to buy the thing? And I love that frame, so I've adapted it here. But the dialing is really just the doing part of the equation. How do we do the act of recording? And there's two things here. Number one, what are you going to actually talk about? Right? If you're like most people, they're like, I don't know what to talk about. Well, there's four things that you can create content around. And it's content that either entertains, it educates, it excites, or it empathizes. Those are what I call the 4 E's of content. Content that entertains could just be you being funny on camera, right? Like, you're just like, hey, I'm just at the park with my kids. Look, they're out there playing. It looks really great, right? Just entertaining. Content that educates is, hey, here's 3 books that I read in the last year that helped me make a lot of money, right? Educating. Exciting is, hey, I just closed on this deal and we made $1 million. Pretty neat, right? So it's exciting. It's inspiring. Empathizing is, hey, our building just burned down and I'm going through some shit right now, right? And now you connect and you go, oh, that really sucks, right? So those are 4 different types of content. And what you can do is look around you in your life at any given moment and ask yourself this thing. I got a water bottle on the table next to me. I could create a piece of content around this and ask, why is it here? Why did I bring it with me? Why do I carry water everywhere with me? And now I could create a piece of entertaining content, right? I could talk about how, I dropped this on my foot the other day and I think I broke my toe, right? That's kind of entertaining because people like pain, I guess. I could do it through an educational lens. Hey, I started drinking a bottle of water every day 3 years ago and I lost like 10 pounds overnight and my energy level has never been better. So I carry this water bottle around with me religiously, right? So now I've educated, right? So there's all sorts of ways that you can take the items that are in your life that you take for granted and create content in a way that connects with other people. And it's not always just about selling your product or your service. It's about connecting on a human level. Let them see. Because like this, I don't have a water bottle company. I don't have any water to sell you. Like I have nothing to be gained from this. But this is one of the things that's helped me become a better version of myself. And in sharing those things that are working for me, maybe they help you. And now we have a symbiotic relationship. Now you're like, I like Anthony. What else does he have? Like maybe there's a product or a service that he does offer that can help me. And that right there in a nutshell is how the great game of social media content works. So, one last one. This is a master skill or like a high level thing. When you go to record your content, you will inevitably make mistakes. You will flub and you'll feel tight and you'll be like, oh no, I want to do it again. Hey, listen, it's okay to do it again. Like sometimes it takes me 4 or 5 different tries before I figure out the hook that I want to go with for one of these videos. And it's just, it's kind of awkward for a little bit as I talk, I mess up, I go, blah. But the master skill here is to learn how to just kind of giggle through it. How just be playful and have a good time and realize like, again, you're just in a room with a camera talking to nobody but yourself. And maybe some days like somebody else out there is going to hear this message and might be impactful for them, but like have fun with it. Don't be too uptight. Don't be stressed about it. And when you make a mistake, just have a good laugh about it and try it again. Do that along with all the other sides of the triangle and you will unlock this skill of creating viral content. And I want nothing more for you because I think you have a story, you have a message in you that can genuinely help the world. And the only thing that's stopping you from doing that right now is you standing in your own way. So what are you waiting for? Get out there and go change a life.